and welcome back to My Teen Star TV. Violence is certainly a very disturbing trend, and unfortunately there have been many alarming instances of school violence in the recent weeks. But here with us today are two members of the KC-based R&B group Event, who uses nonviolence for a platform for their rapidly growing music career. And we have Lance and Melvin. Now, tell me, you have the up-and-coming Stop the Violence Back to School tour. It's going to tour Kansas City area schools.
Right.
How Stop the Violence, it sounds so much easier than it really is. How do you even approach something like that?
We approach it because with us being teens and like the same age as most of the teenagers in the high schools, we want to approach it as like we're young teens, so we want to show them that we're out doing positive things. So we just want to let them know that they can most definitely do the same thing, and let's keep them out the streets and out of trouble.
And it's a lot easier to reach them because we're all around the same age, rather than them saying, well, he's old school, he doesn't know what we go through.
Or an adult, one of us saying, do this, do that.
Yeah, yeah.
It means a lot coming from you guys. You get the street cred and they're your age.
Right.
You know.
And now you'll be performing at these schools, but you'll also be having discussions. What kind of things are you hoping to discuss in your talks with them?
We basically want to discuss the violence that's going on in the schools and how we can stop them. We're going to be with Little J from That's So Raven. He plays Devon in That's So Raven as Raven's boyfriend. So he's actually going to be with us and help us out with different topics to talk to the teens about and just talk to them about being successful and reaching their goals in life.
We should quickly mention too, you guys have opened for Chris Brown.
Right.
You are the real deal.
Yes.
We're glad you're here in Kansas City from our hometown too. And school violence, absolutely, in the headlines. Nickel Mines, Pennsylvania, the Amish one-room schoolhouse, horrible tragedy there. And then here in Joplin, Missouri, just the other day. So it's out there. It's unfortunately out there, but you're hoping to combat that.
And now you're part of the Jive music group.
Yes.
And on your record label, or just in the music business in general, have you ever had people say, oh, nonviolence, you can't go there, that doesn't sell? Have you ever had someone try to discourage you from using this platform?
Well, not necessarily. Not necessarily. At times, there are artists in the industry that have songs that promote violence, but they haven't came to us and told us not to do a Stop the Violence tour, because at the same time we're reaching teens that are going to go buy the album, that are going to support us when we do come out. So they definitely wouldn't stop it.
Absolutely not.
And now, in most of your songs, what do you usually talk about?
Most of our songs, we have a record called Winter God. We just talk about, you know, basically love, your average teen life. We have a song called Jack Move, talking about, you know, young teens steal a girl away from another guy. So it's just basically like young teen music like that, and you know.
You guys have girlfriends?
Come
on.
We single right now. we looking though.
All right, ladies, there you go. Yeah, well, you're busy and you're focusing on your career right now too. Can I ask your ages?
Right.
18.
18?
It's 18.
Okay, so yeah, absolute teens. Talking to peer groups.
And now, you graduated from high school.
Right, we're actually doing like a course of like homeschooling as we're on the road. We're doing like, they're taking different like classes like math and stuff on the road with a tutor. So, you know, we're still keeping our education rolling. So.
And do you write most of your own music?
We write.
The latest music that we have, like probably the newest music, are singles. We wrote on them, but we didn't write them. But we do write. We do sing, we do rap, dance.
When you go to Hollywood, and you've been there, guys, and you're known in the industry now, and you'll be just rising fast, we know, but how do you not buy into that Hollywood scene where it's all about partying and showing who you are and wearing the right clothes? And do you think that you guys will be strong enough to keep your message positive for the remaining years of your career? Me personally, and I know I can actually speak for the whole group, we all have strong families, mothers and fathers that stick by our side 100% and say, what are y'all doing? Are y'all out of town? Are you in the bed? Go to bed. Or, you know, get up, get rest for your next show. Get sleep for the next show. So. And you do what they tell you?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Nice. And let's talk to you, Lance. How about your family? You're very close to them?
Yeah, very, very close to my mom and actually my grandma. So, you know, they basically keep me focused and keep my head straight, because, you know, they're actually proud because I'm going out and down the right path, you know, because I could be doing other things with my life. But, you know, it's all about being focused. Like, you know, we just can't go in the industry party and thinking about that, and then, you know, all of a sudden it goes downhill. So you actually have to have a mind frame, stay straight, you know, and then that time can come, you can party. So.
And now let's go back to the Stop the Violence Back to School tour. It will be in 10 Kansas City area high schools.
Right.
Yes.
And you will, like you said, you'll perform about 2 songs. how are you hoping to get the whole school involved in these discussions, or how are you going to get kids to, you know, turn around and say that the trend that is going on needs to be stopped? How are you planning to do that?
Hopefully we can set an example and they can look at us on stage and say, man, I want to do something just as great. Because a lot of kids don't know what to do right now, because high school is kind of that time where you're figuring out what am I going to do with my career-wise. Yeah. And we're teens on stage showing them this is our career and we found it. We don't have to resort to violence or anything. Or
what's your message to teens who don't sing, who don't have a voice the way you guys do?
Our message for them is actually to go for their goals. You know, whatever they want to do, they can do. If you want to be a doctor, lawyer, teacher, whatever you want to do, it's just go for it. Like anything can happen. So. And
definitely prayer and dedication.
Do you guys take time to pray when you're on tour?
Most definitely.
Before every show.
Fantastic.
And you've toured with Chris Brown, and you have your own tour coming up soon?
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Well, actually, after the Stop the Violence school tour,
right?
We're coming out in what?
We're coming out in the 07 spring. We don't have any idea like what the new single is, because we're actually doing a new single, new video. So we're actually going to be doing our own tour, kind of like a House of Blues tour that we did with Chris Brown. So that all comes about when our single actually comes out on the release of 07 during the springtime. So.
But you got a record label.
Got a record label, Jive Records.
Jive Records, and they're top notch. They'll see you through.
Right.
Can you compare your sound to anyone else, or are you unique? And if so, describe it. Hip hop, R&B, what?
Most definitely. Jodeci.
Okay.
Drew Hill.
Kind of dance.
Boyz II Men.
Can we hear you now, or can you just break into song? We'd love to hear a few bars of your new single.
It's usually 4 of us, so it's like 4-part harmony and stuff. So you know.
All right, we'll have to do with the video that we're going to hear.
Yo, it's the High Cooper fan. We got Melmo, Michael, LA, and Double R. Hey, I know this may sound funny, but when I'm watching my ride, I picture you. Come jump on my G-Ride, let's ride. Running back, side to side. Girl, you put it on me like a G-Ride. Wanna hit the switches all night. Let's go. Running back, side to side. Girl, you put it on me like a G-Ride. Bouncing up and down all night. At my door, I see her through the big hole. Like she want it. Come on in for a while, shot it. And throw your clothes on the floor. You look so good, let the shine on my phone. You look so good. Let your head down at the top of my 6'4". Open up like a car door, let me hear you scream. I'm not trying to disrespect you, but hey lady, I gotta have it running back, side to side. Girl, you put it on me like a G-Ride. Like a G-Ride, like a G-Ride, yeah. All night, oh yeah. Running back, side to side. This how you flip it on me, baby. We'd like to thank Event for being on My Teen Star TV, and here's some information about their up-and-coming Stop the Violence Back to School tour. And coming up on My Teen Star TV, we'll preview next week.